Hi guys, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today the setup is looking a little different. We are going to be doing something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, which is to start a podcast format. So today we're actually just going to be talking and doing something I haven't done in a long time, which is painting. I used to paint a lot back in high school, and I feel like after I went to college, my priorities changed in terms of hobbies, and I kind of lost that hobby that I had with painting, and I kind of want to get back into it. For those of you who don't know, I actually used to have a podcast right around the time when I started streaming. It was in French. It had a few listens, but also I was literally like not marketing it and not even telling my friends about it. But I did love doing that for the little time that I did do it. And so I always wanted to start a podcast series or, a podcast format for my YouTube channel. And I felt like, you know what? Maybe it's not perfect. Maybe, once again, I'm in my desk room, and that's where I do everything. That's where I work. That's where I play. That's where I stream. But I was like, you know what? Let's make it also be the place where I open up and overshare. And at the same time, we are gonna be painting. I realized, like, look at this fucking brush. Like, I realized that my painting set that I had is a very cheap painting set. I don't have a lot with me. We're gonna go really simple. I do have a journal here. I'm gonna try my best to like recreate the drawing that I did on there on the canvas. Guys, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing right now. I don't have an eraser. I have to use this eraser. I don't even know if it's gonna work properly. How did I do this last time? How did I do this drawing? Like, I'm shocked. Okay, you know what? This eraser is working kind of quite well, so it's working better than I thought. I did want the hairs to be like a drape. Like, that's kind of what I liked about this drawing, is that the hair was kind of like a drape. So you couldn't really see her face, and I do like that. We're gonna figure it out. But yeah, you guys, I had like a mini life crisis, I would say. Like towards the end of last year. I had a crazy year when it comes to streaming. Like, I felt like I had a really, really nice start at the beginning of the year. One of my videos went viral. It gave me like a boost of confidence, like, okay, like I can do this, I'm made for this. And the truth is, like, that I've started to find out is that just like everybody that's on social media, like, I ended up looking for validation. Like, throughout the year, I would really put my worth into like the number of views I would get. Like, I know I joke about this a lot, but it came to a point where it's like I really, really put my worth into that. And so when I started doing a little less views at the end of the year, like, I started losing um I started losing like a little bit of confidence in myself. Like, hey, like, am I actually like, you know, the streamer that I think I am? Like, can I actually do this? And like, the less likes I would get, the less effort I would put in, because I was like, what's the point? And I feel like I could kind of just fell into the cycle of thinking like I wasn't made for this, like I wouldn't make it, that, this was like a delusional dream, and why the fuck am I gonna be, a content creator? Like, what the fuck am I doing here being a content creator? Like, didn't I go to school? Like, didn't I get a master in degree in fucking business? Like, what am I doing? I kind of just re-question like all of my decisions to quit that horrible job I had, right? I think I told you guys about it already. Quit that horrible job I had in the startup to pursue something else. It was not even streaming at the time. I just wanted to go and pursue something else. Um, And oh my god, this is actually quite good, you guys. I think we're getting somewhere. I'm gonna redo this here. The more I would like lose trust in myself, the less I would like be excited in streams and like put as much effort in, and like the excitement that you guys could feel from me, I could tell like it was dying down a little bit, and I could tell that you guys could tell. Like that's the weird part too, is like when you're not in it 100%, like of course other people are gonna see it through the screen. And I think part of it, and I was talking to my mom about it as well the other day, is like I kind of like I was in a routine that wasn't working for me anymore, where I was like, I'm gonna stream 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. I'm gonna treat it like a real job. And I like that routine became a mini prison for me, where it's like on the days like I was really tired, I was like, fuck, I have to show up tonight, I have to be there. And it's like it didn't come from an excitement of wanting to stream, it came from like an obligation to like, I said this was my schedule and therefore I have to do it. To be truly honest, you guys, like it's hard for me to like convince other people that what I'm doing is a real job, because I'm not even convinced of it myself. That's the real truth. And don't get me wrong, I'm putting in work. I'm fucking working as much as I was when I was working for that startup that fucking burnt me out. Like, I'm putting as much work in terms of hours and energy. But the fact that I'm playing video game, that I'm laughing with people, that I'm entertaining people, that I'm shooting videos, like it's hard to grasp the idea of like that's a real job, because my whole life, and I'm very young, but I would say my whole time in school studying business, I have this conception that a job is a 9 to 5. It's an office job. It's a job where you sell something to people, where you make the economy advance in a way because you create something, you know? And I think like it's hard for me to detach from that idea of like this is a real job and what I'm doing is like a hobby that makes money, you know? Like in this whole reflection, I was like, you know what? Like this is a real job and I can't treat it the same way I used to treat my office jobs. And I think that's what happened over Christmas break. I kind of had that click in my head where it's like, yes, this is a real job. And I'm gonna make sure that I treat it differently so it doesn't become something that I hate like in the past. You know, I want to love this. I want to love what I'm doing here forever. And in order for me to do that, I had to find a way to do it differently. And so that's why I changed my schedule for streaming. And that's why also I'm streaming less, because I'm like, dude, like I also want to be doing shit on YouTube. I want to be on social media more, like which means I need more time to edit stuff. If I don't have time to edit stuff, you know, like I feel overwhelmed, and then the next day I stream again and I'm like, shit, I haven't edited this and that, and my mind is somewhere else than like in the room with you guys at the present moment, you know? And okay, we're gonna do something like this. Sorry, guys, I didn't admit it. I didn't admit it. It's so hard to paint and talk. I didn't realize it would be this hard. I didn't realize it would be this hard. This new schedule is helping me, and also like streaming on the weekends. Like now, instead of having like a Monday through Friday, fucking 9 to 5 energy, like I'm like, no, fuck that. Like I'm gonna be streaming on the weekends. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense to you guys, but it's like I had to shift my perspective on how to do the job that I do differently than seeing it from this angle that I was telling you earlier about like this is a 9 to 5, you know. I can't look at it the same way. I have to treat it differently in order to feel that it's different, you know? If I treat it the same, then what's the fucking point of having, you know, taken that risk to live a different life? I do want her to be talking on the phone, but I feel like here I didn't do it like super well. I didn't do it super well here. I did do it well. Never mind, I take it back. I did do it well. Let me try to recreate that. I think what's hard too, you guys, like I have to be so honest, it's like I have no one in my close group of friends that is a content creator. I have no one that, you know, really post on social media like on like making a job out of it type of perspective. So I feel a bit alone, you know, like I when my mom asks me about my job and I try to explain her all these very technical shit like about streaming and what's the difference between you know, posting a video on YouTube and streaming on Twitch and editing the streams, and like she smiles and she says that's great, honey, but like I know because she's told me before that she doesn't understand what the fuck I do, you know. And so when I tell her that I'm unhappy in what I do, she doesn't understand why, even though I try to explain it to her. It's so hard for her to understand, like, what is wrong, you know? And I don't know, I feel like it's hard for me to, like, talk about my job with anyone that can really truly understand you know, what I mean and what I'm going through. And yeah, this is wrong. Um, yeah, so I guess in a way, this is also me opening up to you guys because it's like kind of like therapy for me as well. But yeah, anyways, I feel like I've been in a in a constant search of stability, whether it's in my professional career, in where I live, in the friends I have. And sometimes, you know, I wish I could just like be a grandma already. Like, I feel like I say this a lot, but it's so true. Like, I feel like I could already be a grandma, like, be like fucking like 95 years old, but in good shape. And have all figured out already, you know, a partner, kids, a career, money. Like, I almost want to jump in time. Like, I want to be here, but I also don't want to like figure it out. I kind of like, I wish someone would come in and just be like, hey, so here's what you need to do right now to like have it all figured out, you know? And I'd be like, great, let me follow the instructions. Like, oh, you guys, the phone is fucking killing me right now. I don't know what to do with this fucking phone. Like this is not it. The phone is crazy work. Why am I struggling so much? I think also maybe it's not big enough. I have to make it bigger. Let's make it bigger. But yeah, I've been in constant search of stability, and I think that's since my dad passed away. Like, I've just been, yeah, self doubting myself about everything I do, and scared that I'm making the wrong move. And I think it's deeply rooted in a fear of dying without having figured it out or having accomplished things that I want to have accomplished in my life. You know, I think I see, like, the honest truth is that I see in my dad passing away so early in life, in my opinion. He was 56, but that's still very early. At the edge of, like, at the edge of accomplishing his dream of retiring early, and moving back to France and buying a villa by the water in the south of France. Like, they were so close. Like, they had bought the house. My dad had the money lined up for the next 20 years. Like, they were so close. Like, he touched his dream with, like, you know, like his fingertip. And that's was not his only dream in life. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, he accomplished so much. Like, it's not like that was like the only thing that mattered. Of course not. But I think having, you know, that being taken away from him and him just like passing away, like just like that, like being gone, like out of nowhere. I think deep down, I'm really scared that that happens to me. It's not being scared of dying. It's like being scared of dying before I have it figured out, you know? And therefore, I question a lot of things I do and I question a lot of my decisions. Um, because I always feel like they're not good enough. Like, oh my God, like it's not good enough, you know? Like, it's funny because people tell me I'm so ambitious and like I'm courageous, and I have, when I think of something, like I do it and it's true. Like, I fucking do it. Like, even us here today, like, I'm like, hey, I want to record a podcast where I open up and I paint. Well, I haven't started painting yet, but we're gonna get there. And look, I do it. I set up everything. I find a way to make it work, and I do it. But it's like I already know that when I'm gonna hit that stop recording button, I'm gonna be like, shit, none of what I said is good enough. Like, this is fucking therapy for me right now. um, we have to redo the phone. The phone is just not right, you guys. I think the phone is what's fucking sending me here. Like, trying to say something important, but the phone is just bothering me because it's not right. Okay, I'm better, you guys. I promise. I'm sorry for crying so much. But yeah, what I wanted to say earlier is that I put this constant pressure on myself to like lead an exceptional life, because in for some reason I'm thinking that if I don't live an exceptional life, then everything I've went through would be worthless, you know, and it would have been all for nothing. And so I have this constant pressure to like not reach perfection. Like that's not what's happening with me, but it's like of like doing like exceptional things and like doing things different, and and I will, I will pursue things in life. I will go after them. Like I'm not scared of taking that risk, but at the same time it's like sometimes I'm tired. Sometimes it's like I just want to like lead like a quiet life and not put that heavy pressure on myself, but it's impossible. It's not compatible with who I am, and especially now after my dad dying, it's like I it's like, and now it's like I have to. I think before it's like I wanted to live like an exceptional life, but now it's like I have to, and I don't even know what that means, you guys. I don't even know what it means to live an exceptional life, which is why I'm fucking crying, because it's like I don't know what that is for me. I don't know what that is for me. The phone is so ugly. You guys, the phone is so ugly. Like, what are we doing? Like, I feel like I feel like I'm gonna look up a picture of what an old phone looks like, because this is not it. I am gonna try to do something like this. Let's see if it works out. It would be more like this, like way more round. Way more round. It would be big though. Yeah, it would be something like this for sure. And then we would have something that separates it. This would be where you connect. It's really hard to draw, you guys. This phone thing is like the hardest part here. I don't know why. I don't know why it's turning out to be the hardest part. Okay, but you know what? That makes so much more sense. It makes so much more sense like this. Right? You guys, right? It makes so much more sense like this. Like this. I guess one thing that did happen in my life recently that I'm like extremely grateful for is this apartment. When we moved in last year, like I didn't think I would feel such at home in this new place that we have. It's so nice to have a home. Like we signed for 5 years in this place, and it's so nice to have a home where I feel like I can settle down, you know? Okay, guys, anyways, we are gonna be moving on to painting because I feel like we kind of got it down, we kind of did. We have a good base here. We do have a good base, and I feel like it's time to paint. Is the phone floating? Yes. Does it matter? No, not really. We could have her like say something like hello. Like if we do like a bubble, it could be nice. Do I want to do that before I start putting paint everywhere? I don't know. Where should we put it? Like we should put it somewhere here. Oh my god, that was the perfect circle. I don't even know how I did that. Let's move on to the real fun here, which is gonna be the paint. So there's a few things that I know exactly how I want. I want the earrings, I want the hair to be yellow. I want the earrings to be a deep blue, so I'm gonna keep the blues in handy. I want the lips to be like a nice red, so we're gonna put the reds over here. We're gonna keep one of the yellows over here. Anyways, there's something else that I wanted to talk to you guys about for today's little episode, and it's the fact that this year I decided to stop smoking cigarettes for good. And I haven't smoked in about a month and a half. I had a cigarette or two like a week ago when I was drinking out with friends, but that is nothing compared to like the 10 cigarettes a night I would have when I would go out drinking. If you're a smoker, like you can relate. It's like the number of times we say we're gonna stop, but we don't really mean it, or we're not completely ready for to actually stop. I said I was gonna stop like 4 years ago. Was the first time I said I was gonna stop smoking. And I didn't. Like maybe I would stop for like a month and then boom, I would start again. But I feel like this year I have finally made the decision like no, like I'm that's it. I gave in too much, and this year I'm going to stop smoking. Like that's it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm tired of having smoked for so long. And I'm tired of so many things. I'm tired of smelling like shit all the time. I'm tired of having my mind like so clouded and my ideas so clouded all the time because it's all I think about. When I go eat with friends, all I think about is the nice cigarette I'm gonna have when I get out, like when we finish our food. Um, like I would like maybe I would like record a video or be on stream, and then first thing I would think about is, like I'm gonna have such a nice cigarette after this. This is too dark. I need more white. Gonna have such a nice cigarette after this. Like it's literally it would take over my life. It would take over my mind. It would take over every situation that I was in. Like all I would think about is like when I'm gonna smoke next. Oh, this is good. Okay, I kind of like this actually. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. We're gonna use that. We're gonna use that. But yeah, this year I'm having a completely different mindset. Like I can tell. Like I can tell the shift in my body. I can tell the shift in my mind. Like I'm not just stopping smoking. Like I'm literally like putting a stop to a 10-year long habit because I'm tired of it. I'm fucking tired of it. Let's be fucking honest. Like I can feel myself getting older. I can feel myself, my body not having the same flexibility that it used to have, and every movement being, a little harder than it used to, and like I stretch and I'm crack every fucking bone in my body is like cracking, and then Shasha next to me wakes up and he stretches and every fucking bone in his body is also cracking, and I'm like, okay, like technically Shasha is like 50-year-old as a dog, it makes sense. I'm fucking 28. I'm gonna be like 28 this year. Like I can't let myself be cracking everywhere already. Like it's most of you guys know this already. Maybe I'll do a special episode about it when we kind of revisit that subject. But I used to smoke weed um, a lot and not for fun. Yeah, I smoked weed for fun at the beginning, when I first discovered weed. Like, yeah, that shit was hella fucking fun. Like, of course, don't get me wrong. But then came a time in my life, especially after my dad passing away, of course, where weed became my numbing medication. It became a way for me to feel nothing, and it wasn't like a little hit here and there to get through the day. I would literally like smoke myself out of my mind to not feel things, to be so disconnected and so detached that it would almost feel like I'm not living this reality. That's the exact feeling I was looking for when I started smoking so heavily, and it worked. um but it worked so well that I became so addicted that I couldn't be functional without it, and I stopped smoking weed. I stopped smoking. It's gonna be almost 2 years, which is stopped smoking when I started streaming. I thought it would be impossible for me to stop smoking. Like I thought I would just be a stoner my whole life. Maybe I'll be a stoner again, but not right now. Not right now. It's still too soon, but I eventually I did stop, and I'm like, if I was able to do that, like I'm gonna be able to stop smoking cigarettes. Like I know it, and it's just gonna take a lot of willpower, which I feel like I do have this time around. A lot more willpower than I ever had before when it came to stopping cigarettes. I'm not gonna put a restriction on myself. I'm actually gonna be like, hey, you're out, you're drinking, you're a smoker around, smokers are around you. You want a cigarette? Have one. But, when we get home tomorrow and we get back to our regular day, like we're not gonna go on the fucking balcony and have a cigarette. Like it's not gonna become. I don't want it to be part of my days. I don't want it to be part of my routine. I'm okay with having it be an occasional thing, just like weed now. Like yeah, I have a hit here and there once in a while with a close friend, you know, and it's an occasional thing. And if I was able to bring weed to the status of occasional, I feel like I can do the same with tobacco. Okay, this shade isn't too bad. It's a little darker than I thought it would be. Um, but I'm okay with that. I do want to do like a little shading. So maybe her cheeks can be a little bit more pink here. So we're gonna do a little red and a little white. And we're gonna try to add like kind of like a blush effect, if you know what I mean. I have to be so careful not to put some paint on my new shirt. This is gonna be either tragic or really nice. Oh, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Why don't we touch upon a subject that's been on my mind for a little while? And why don't we talk about my love life? Yay! Why don't I share about my love life to you guys? Here's the deal. I went to the restaurant the other day with my friends. It was the first time we went to the restaurant since Christmas break. So it was the first time we saw each other after Christmas break. So everyone was there pretty much. Everyone was there. We had a big table in a small restaurant. And I arrived late because that's just what I did. Uh, there's no valid excuse. And as I'm like sitting down at the table, I realize like I'm literally the only single person here. Everyone had brought their significant other or a plus one, a partner, a girlfriend, a boyfriend. Everyone had someone to share a meal with. Everyone had someone to get an appetizer with. You know, everyone had someone to go home to that night. Um, yeah, it kind of just hit me like as I sat down on the table, like, oh shit, like I am the single friend. You know, and I've been single like for a long time. I've had things here and there. You know, I've met some guys like in the past since I broke up with my ex, which is going to be almost 6 years now. At the end of this year is going to be 6 years since my last relationship. I've had I've met a few guys, you know, that like the start of maybe something, but nothing too serious to the point where I introduced those people to like my group of friends. I thought, you know, I had given a lot to the last person I was with to only get betrayed. And that, you know, that you take a hit when that happens because I've just always been wondering like is anybody going to want me? Like am I going to be enough for anyone, you know? And yeah, I was never able to like really give myself into a new relationship, really show my true self 100% and trust that the person I had in front of me, you know, would be worth my time as well. I think there's an aspect of it that's very selfish, but the truth is it's like if I am going to be in a relationship again, like it's gonna be serious first of all. I don't want nothing casual. Like that's I don't want anything casual. Like I do want to find a partner, you know? Like I do want to find something serious. And that's the thing, like it has to be someone that's worth it. It has to be someone that's worth my time, that's worth my energy, that's worth my tears probably. Like I don't mean it in like an arrogant way that I'm so good for anybody. I mean it in more of a like if I know that if I'm with someone, I'm gonna give them my all. And when I give my all, I'm fucking gonna get hurt, you know? And like is this person worth me getting hurt over? I guess is kind of the feeling I go into my relationship with, which maybe isn't the smartest feeling, but that's the truth, you know? And I haven't found that person yet. I haven't. I truly haven't. And that's okay. I'm not desperate for a relationship. I'm not desperate for a partner. I think I'm okay on my own. Like I actually have quite of like I have a life right now that I like. Like is that okay to say? Like I kind of like my life. Um I kind of like being alone, and if someone does come around, if a man comes around, like it would have to be he would have to be so worth it. Like he he would have to be so worth it to come and disturb my peace, you know? Like that's kind of like I know that's fucked up to say, but that's the truth. Like I don't know just want anyone, you know? And I know I will find someone one day, and I'm open. However, oh my god, let's talk about that. However, I don't want to be on dating apps. Like I do not want to be on dating apps. I don't I don't want to like tell anybody who found their significant other on a dating app like it's like, oh, it's so shitty to have found someone like by swiping right or left. I don't fucking know which direction you have to go. That's not what I'm saying, but like for me personally, like I believe in meeting someone organically. I believe in like having a foundation that's like a friendship. I believe in seeing the person like more than just their picture. Like I need to feel the person's energy. I need to feel their like natural charisma, you know what I mean? And I feel like on dating apps you don't get that. Like you don't get that. And there's also when you go on a dating app there's this underlying thing that says pretty much like I want you, and the door is completely open to have something romantic with you. And therefore you don't really build that foundation of being friends first, because it's like pretty much assumed that it's like, yeah, I want to fuck. Do you want to fuck? Well, yeah, I've already answered that by swiping left. You know, that's the whole point. And it's like there's no mystery, there's no chase. Like I don't know. I want that, you know? And is that so delusional of me? Maybe it is. Maybe it is, but yeah, I do want the chase. And oh guys, I fucked up. I put some yellow over here. Here, let's try to fix it. Okay. I'm actually kind of liking how this is turning out. I'm actually kind of liking how this is turning out. I feel like I've been talking for so fucking long, and we are so far from being done with this painting. There is a possibility, you guys, I can't lie. There is a possibility that I'm gonna shut up for a little bit, advance on the painting, and come back once the painting is done. But I guess all of that to say, you guys, like, if you're watching this video right now, right, behind your screen, and I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what your first impression of me is, or your 100th impression of me is, or if you've been watching my streams for so long, like, you know exactly who I am. But like every fucking one in this earth, I know it doesn't look like it, and I know you're like, that's not true, but believe me, every single person on this fucking earth doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, okay? No one knows what the fuck they're doing, no matter how it looks like, no matter if it looks like they have it figured out. I'm fucking telling you, no one knows what they're doing on this fucking earth, and we're all trying to figure it out. And you might have listened to me today and listened to my problems and be like, bitch, this is nothing compared to what I'm going through. And you know what? That's fucking valid. That's fucking valid. Maybe it is nothing to what you're going through, right? But that doesn't invalidate that what I'm feeling, my overall feeling of feeling overwhelmed, of feeling lost, of feeling that I don't have it figured out. I think we're all different, but we're all very similar in some ways. And I think as like, when you're in your 20s, this is a feeling that so many people can relate to, no matter what your life situation is like right now, right? That we're all feeling like we don't know what the fuck we're doing with our lives. And that's such a common feeling to have in your 20s, like, and it's okay. Like, it's so okay to be feeling that way. It's so okay. Yeah, and also something else that I want to tell you guys, it's like, although it's scary, like, believe me, it's scary. Like, take fucking risks in life, you guys. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to go after what you want. Don't be scared to take risks. Don't be scared to quit that job and pursue something better. Like, I can't emphasize this enough, but like one day you're gonna be on your fucking deathbed, and I know this is somber, and I know some of you guys aren't don't want to listen to this right now, and but please, like, hear me out when I say one day you're gonna be on this deathbed. You're gonna be fucking dying. Do you really think that your last thoughts are gonna be, fuck, I should have worked out more. I should have I should have I should have worked out more so I could look good. I should have, like, I shouldn't have said that one day because that person, like, all these little things that you think fucking matter and that make you anxious at night before you fall asleep, they don't fucking matter. What's gonna matter is the people you care about that you're leaving behind, right? What's gonna fucking matter is the promise you made to yourself to lead a good life and to be a good person. What's gonna fucking matter is that when you close your eyes for the last fucking time, you tell yourself, I lived a good one. I can go in peace. And only you knows what that means for yourself. Only you know what that means for yourself. But please don't waste your life, don't waste your time like living for others, fulfilling other people's dreams, you know? Doing exactly what your parents are telling you to do because you think there is no other alternative. I'm telling you right now, there is. It's okay to take risks. It's okay sometimes to go against what your parents want for you. If you think that that's not what's best for you, then it's okay not to do it. You have to be willing to, like, take ownership of your life. No matter how scary or sad it is, you have to take ownership of your fucking life. And do things that you love. Do things that you enjoy. I know that's very Disney princess of me. Lead a life that you enjoy above everything else. You have to be the one to enjoy this life that you are living, because when you fucking die, in however long that may be, I hope that's very long from now, and you're starting to feel your eyes closed for the fucking last time, like, it's only going to be you and yourself. Did I live a good life? Was I true to myself? Did we do good? Only you and yourself are going to be, asking yourself that. And the answer needs to be yes, guys. The answer needs to be yes. It can't be a maybe. It can't be like, oh, if only I had 5 more years, then yes. Like, no, no. It needs to be yes. Okay, we're gonna do the lips. We're gonna do the lips. Oh my god, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? What I like about painting too, and it's like, I could make an analogy about life like this, but it's kind of true. It's like, with paintings, like, you can't be scared to, like do a stroke. Like, you have to do a strong stroke. Like, look at the lips right now. I have to do a long stroke all the way to the other edge, and I can't be scared. Like, if you're scared to do that in paint, you're gonna fuck it up. You have to be confident in your movements. I guess that's the key. There you go. I found it. You have to be confident in your movements when you paint. You have to be confident in your movements when you live, when you make decisions in life. Like, sometimes you just gotta go for it. This is not really meant to be a pep talk. Like, I don't want you guys to take this as like me, like, telling you guys how to live and what to do and how to think. I'm literally just thinking out loud, and I'm like, first and foremost, I'm telling all this shit to myself. And if you guys can take away something from it, then I'm glad, whatever that may be. Here, let me show you guys what I'm thinking for the background. We could either do this blue, which would like really clash with everything else, which is again what I'm looking for, or this lighter blue. The light blue would go with the red and the yellow, whereas this one might be a little too dark. We're gonna do the lighter blue. It's decided. I really hope it does cover up like all of this like thing when we tried to figure out the phone and it wasn't working out. I'm liking this. It's a nice color. I take everything back I said about my shitty painting set. Like, that's not true. I do have some nice colors in here. It is nice to go back to something I haven't done in a long time, though. And combining it with, like, making a YouTube video out of it. and being able to open up to you guys as well about things I've been wanting to say for a long time. Like, that's nice. I'll do more of that. This color is perfect, you guys. This blue, I'm glad we went for this blue. I'm really glad we went for this blue. I think it's bringing the whole thing together really nicely here. Really, really nicely. And I hope that in me kind of like sharing things that are going on in my head, in my life, it helps you as well kind of figure out your own shit. I know that when I listen to podcasts, it does help me, put things in perspective and really learn to like understand like, well, everyone's figuring it out. Okay, guys, I won't lie. I actually had a little snack break and redid my lip gloss while this was drying over here. We're actually gonna go in now with this black pen and we're gonna do the outline. I think the trick here is just to like do this with fucking confidence. What we talked about earlier, like you just go in. Oh my god, it's not dried. I can feel it. Go in. Follow the outline as much as you can. Wrap it up. Oh, woo! Okay, you know what? That's not bad. Same over here. We're gonna stop right there. We're gonna do the nose. I'm gonna try to like keep kind of like what I had done before, but like, it's not exactly how I wanted it. It's not exactly how I wanted the nose. Like, it's not looking exactly. Ah, I fucked up the nose. No, I fucked up the nose. It has a nostril that like shouldn't be there, you know? That's kind of like what's going on right now with the nose. I don't know. It's okay. You know what? It's still cute. Like, it's not even that bad. I do want to do the bubble here, but some of the paint around this is not dry quite yet. Try to go to the end here. Okay. Ooh, I started fucking up the black line here at the bottom. See, that's what's really hard about doing an outline is like, you do have to be careful where your hand ends up. You have to wash where your hand is. Okay. Here we go. Can't be shaky. Ooh. Okay. Okay. The lip isn't bad. Dude, the lip isn't bad. Like, dude, it's kind of giving. Like, we're gonna try. Oh my god. We're gonna try to do this box here. Sometimes the black outline doesn't flow very nice. And then next, we're gonna make her say the word hello. Like, that's why I'm like testing it out here. I'm telling you, you guys, we have to send it. Oh, I fucked it up. Oh, I fucked it up. The paint wasn't dry yet. The paint wasn't dry yet. We're gonna fix it. You know what? It's good enough, you guys. What are we thinking? I hope it's giving on camera too. It's nice because I haven't done this in so long. I'm gonna wrap up this video because it's already way too long. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Thank you for listening to me. And I hope in a way, again, me sharing these things that are going on in my head and in my life kind of help you get through your own shit, right? And I'm happy to keep going the discussion in the comments, whatever it is you want to talk about, please. Like, I'm so open about talking about mental health and figuring out life together. For the people who don't know, I do have a bi-weekly show over on Twitch. It's called Therapy Friday, and it's actually when you guys send me your stories about what's going on in your life and we talk about it together. We talk about anything mental health related. Sometimes it's funny stuff, sometimes it's tragic stuff, sometimes it's figuring out who you are stuff, and it's a very open-minded place. We try to keep it very respectful, very understandable, and sometimes we cannot understand what you go through, but at least it's giving you a platform to be open and talk about whatever it is that might be going on in your life. That's what Therapy Friday is for. And that's why I love hosting it too, because it's giving you guys a voice that maybe you don't have currently in your life. So if you want to participate, make sure you give me a follow over on Twitch and join the Discord, because that's where all the behind the scenes happens. Thank you so much for being here today, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Let's not do that. She's cute. She's cute. She deserves a spot in the background. She deserves a spot in the background. Like, she's, you know, she's cute. She's earned her spot. She did. All right.